Introducing a very young and dynamic personality, that is Miss Prajakta from our sister concern institute, PCCOE, with the blessings of our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Chancellor Sir, Pro Vice Chancellor Sir, and our Executive Director, Desai Sir. We are running our organization in a very successful manner. And again, I'm feeling privileged that our sister concern is also supporting us in all the activities. So I'm thankful to Ms. Prajakta. Today, she is going to talk about the overall development. We feel that if we are technically developed, we are developed. If we are scientifically developed, we are developed. But mentally, emotionally, physically, means I should say, if our all the quotient are developed, we are the developed one. So the overall personality is a count of science, emotion, logic, heart, mind. Before giving platform to Ms. Prajakta, I would like to give a virtual tour of my organization to Ms. Prajakta so she may also know from a distance what type of organization we are and in what a wonderful situation we are situated. Where our organization is established, situated, well connected from all the directions, main import places. We are a combo of science, technology, humanity, nutrition, pharma, everything is with us. So we also believe in our students' overall development, means the holistic development. We are giving them sufficient or enough opportunity to explore not only inside the organization but outside the organization too. So again, for throwing much more light, what we can do best or why this humanity is so important to develop a person in every aspect. We have Miss Prajakta with us. Ms. Prajakta is serving as an assistant professor in PCCUE with a research credential as well. No doubt she is not doctorate, but she is pursuing. And I hope within 1 or 2 years she will complete her doctorate. She will be the part of one of these doctors' fraternity. But a wonderful personality, rather, I should say. I met her personally once. Her entho, her dedication towards work, really amazing, and very well connected with the students as well. She takes everything in, I should say, personal mode. For professional, she can avoid her personal priority as well. So for her, professional is at most priority to complete. So over to you, Ms. Prajakta. I request you to make my students, my colleague aware why humanity is so important or its role in developing anyone's personality, anyone's career, in a very wonderful, in a satisfied, or in a prosperous mood. Over to you, Ms. Prajakta.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity and for the lovely introduction. I would share my screen. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am, very much visible.
Okay, so once again, very good morning to everyone. And today I am going to discuss and deliver a talk on humanities for overall skill development. So let's see what I have in my bag today. These are the contents that we'll be discussing. It is a basic introduction of what humanities is, what are the disciplines of humanities and the skills fostered by humanities education, the benefits of studying humanities, and what is there beyond the classroom. So I'll begin with a basic introduction. So what do you feel is humanities? From the community or from the social background that we belong, people are not so fascinated by the word arts or humanities. They feel like science, technology, these are the only branches where people, students can prosper, can land a job, a good job. But apart from that, what humanity is. So it is not just basic history or language, literature, philosophy, psychology. It is more than that. So it is an amalgamation of seemingly unrelated subject. People may be like, how is history related to English literature? But there is a relation, there's a lot of relation, because humanity is, we are studying humans, we are studying society. So it can be from the past, it can be the present, or it can be the future. So to explore the question of human existence, who are we? Philosophy is there. Where do we come from? What is our purpose? So all these questions are answered through humanities. Through humanities, we can analyze the past through history, understand the present through sociology, and envision the future. How will you envision a future through humanities? That can be a question. So I'll just explain in brief an example of iPhone. How was iPhone developed? Okay, the company observed that humans are carrying a separate device for calling. They are carrying a separate device for music. They are carrying PDAs. Why? They are carrying so many devices. So why not develop a one single device which will have all these facilities? And so the iPhone was born. Even if everyone must have browsed through Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, and you see, you may also like, or some suggestions. Why? Where does this come from? They study human. They study the what are the necessities, what they may like, what are they looking for, and so accordingly they built their algorithms, and so we see the product. So again, here we are studying humans, and that way humanities will study the past, is studying the present, and is also envisioning the future. Again, disciplines of humanities, people be like, हाँ history तो है, maths है, sorry history तो है, economics है, English literature, mostly philosophy and psychology, but there is, I'm repeating it again, but there is a lot. So these are few of the disciplines that I managed to put it on this slide. So there's sociology, there's performing arts, fine arts, language arts, that is linguistics, visual arts, media studies, law studies, geography, economics, religious studies, history, political science, literature, foreign language, archaeology, philosophy, and a lot. Okay, so all these subjects, all these disciplines will definitely make you a future ready and will incorporate lots and lots of skills which will help you to be a better human being. And the skills will be focusing on this topic mainly, skills fostered by humanities education. Again, people have this assumption of what skills can be fostered by humanities. It must be reading skills, must be writing skills. That's it. No, it has a lot. So these are few of the skills that I have mentioned here: thinking skills, communication skills, soft skills, social skills, emotional intelligence, ethical decision making, managerial skills, personality development, research skills, and future ready skills. As you can see, all these skills are interrelated, interlinked with each other. And the amalgamation of all these skills will make you a future ready. So let's look at these skills one by one. Thinking skills. Before moving on to thinking skills, every student, even when I was a student, I had this question: why do we get assignments to write? Why are we forced to write paragraphs, write essays, write assignments? Why? Why teachers make you us write it? I'll give you
And the
an
biggest
answer.
question was why the examination system is. We
Yes,
are already
yes. Why do we
valuing
need exams?
the
A piece of paper cannot decide my future. That is
yes,
something on the internet every other day. So
yes.
it is not just what you have learned and what you are delivering, whatever you are writing. It is related to what you are thinking, well you have, uh, how well your thoughts will be processed. Because writing is equals to thinking. Whatever you think, you write. And that's why thinking in an appropriate way is important, so that you can write it in an appropriate way and your thoughts would be shared more in a structured format. So here I'll be discussing about critical thinking and creative thinking. So what is critical thinking? Making sure that you have a good reason for your belief. Apart from that, thinking from various points of view. Let's consider you buying a car, or you're buying something or ordering something from Swiggy or Zomato. What are the things that we look for, right? We don't just go for, I want to order this, I'll order this. We'll look for other products available. Let's take an example of buying a mobile phone. You'll look at the specification, you'll look at the budget, you'll also look at the delivery date, you'll look at the company or the brand you want to buy it from, right? So it is a critical thinking that we practice. And through humanities, you will get ample of opportunities to practice it while studying these subjects. We'll think about the society in a critical way, how it was before and how it is now, and how it can be in the coming few years. We can take an example of COVID. Nobody predicted COVID will come and will switch on to this online mode, right? But here we are. So society is changing. So we need to keep an eye on the society from all point of view. And then there is creative thinking, thinking out of the box or going beyond the usual. It is so easy to say, think out of the box, right? But it is the most difficult thing to do for most of us. And that's totally fine because creative thinking is again a skill. You have to practice it, and then only you will be able to master it. And humanities provide you a platform where you study multiple subjects from multiple aspects, which give you a knowledge of again multiple things. So you can connect one road to another and second one to the third one. So humanities help you to think in a creative way. Here I have an example of advertisement. Let's take a critical thinking from a media's point of view, how media changed. So let's watch this video. Give me a moment, please.
Not an issue. Take your time.
I hope the audio is there.
Uh, it's not audible, I think. No, audio is not audible, but it's okay. One can understand.
Okay, fine. Okay, I guess the audio was available. I hope the audio was there. Ma'am, can you please confirm?
No, actually, audio is not there. It's not working.
Oh, okay.
Not yet.
No issues. I'll explain you what the ad was about. It is an ad from 1990s, I assume, and it talked about the very popular cream brand then, Fair and Lovely. So it was the advertisement of Juhi Chawla, where they are promoting fairness. And towards the end, even the actor says, Gori Gori and Komal Komal. So we know the needs of the society then. We can think of it ki they had the definition of beauty to be very fair and lovely and so on. Okay, but as we move on, as we look at the other aspect, as we look at the advertisements and media today, they have a totally different definition, and so different so that they also had to change the name of their brand. From Fair and Lovely, it has now become Glow and Lovely. Uh,
Yes.
I'll I'll share one more video with you all, and it is about the advertisement of Glow and Lovely, which is there at the moment. Again, advertisement, the world of advertisements.
Mm. Now the things have changed. The way of presentation has changed.
Okay, so now they have made it glow and lovely.
Yes.
And the need of the society. So, sorry.
Not an issue, not an issue.
Yeah. So, yeah. So they have changed the name of their company. Why? Because the need of the society. They don't need, the definition has changed and they don't need a fair skin now. Every skin is beautiful, they say, and that's why they promote all the career, and that's how they are advertising. That was about critically thinking about the society and changing as per the need of the society. Let's understand creative thinking. Here I have taken few screenshots from my Zomato notifications. So what is Zomato doing here? HBD Prajakta, we meant a hot biryani day. Wi-Fi name Prajakta, password pizza. Kolkata's rasgullas are as sweet as Prajakta, or lunch replies nahi, jo leave karoge. What is Zomato trying to do here? Is it forcing me to order directly? Yes, we have a 50% off on biryani and you order it. No, it is planting these names in my head that I should order biryani. They are playing with my psychology. They are playing it with my brain. So this is something creative, and I enjoy Zomato notifications. It plants a seed. Ki, yeah, you need to order this. We are not telling you directly, but indirectly we are pushing you to order. This is something we call thinking out of the box or creative thinking. Uh, Next skill I would like to talk about here is communication skills. I'm waiting for the slide to change.
No issues. Because people
Yeah.
are good at thought process, but sometimes feel difficult to express themselves. How to?
Yes, communication. We will be talking about conversations and communications. So, communication is nothing but the ability that allow people to successfully convey information, concepts, feelings, and thoughts to other. It can be emotions, how you feel, your knowledge. Many people struggle here. They may have the knowledge of the word, but they are not able to communicate it or express it. And so they lack, we cannot say they lack these skills, but they don't have an idea how to present it. So there are two types of communication, the verbal and the non-verbal. Verbal, everybody is aware of the what we say through words, through language is verbal. And then comes the non-verbal use of your body language, your facial expressions, your eye contact, postures, gestures, your dressing styles. Everything comes under non-verbal communication. So, one by one, we'll be discussing why verbal communication and how humanities can help develop that. When we talk about language, we talk about language skills. This is a very basic one. LSRW. Listening, speaking, reading, and writing. In our language, it is said that if you are able to listen and understand in a particular language, if you're able to speak that language, read in that language, and produce something, think and write in that language, so you know that language in a good way. Okay, now I cannot say that you are very fluent in that language, but yes, you know that language. But apart from that, apart from just language skills, which we'll be studying in, especially linguistics and literature, it can be Hindi, English, Marathi, or some other literature. You will also be studying about non-verbal skills, non-verbal communication. So let's see how will you be studying non-verbal communication. Everybody here must have read a novel. At least once in your life, you must have read a page, taking a brief, taking a bigger picture. But I have here taken few of the extracts from a novel, Fisher Queen's Dynasty by Kavita Kane. Here you can see she gave a small shake of her head. Okay, eyeing her, lips curling, hurried past, face twisted, clamping her nose with her hands. So, what are these? These are the non-verbal clues that we read. Along with that, there's a statement which tells us why did she shake her head? Was she approving it? Was she denying it? A group of men stood around street corners eyeing her as she walked towards her house. Means they are looking at her. Eyeing her is not a very positive way of looking at somebody. Okay, it is a negative. Loafers. She's cursing them. She's calling them loafers. That means again, it was a very negative thing. So it is not just observing others, but also reading will tell you, will give you knowledge of what these signs tell, or what how to read these signs in others. Was a part of literature, and so I took it. Then there is psychology, which talks a lot about behavior, which talks a lot about non-verbal clues and how to read them, and how to converse with them, and what to understand from them. So this was about conversation, communication skills. Next, we will be talking about soft skills. So, this is an umbrella term for referring to skills that help people socialize well with others and build a positive relationship. In the very beginning, as Archana ma'am told, everybody loves technical skills, hard skills, but alone technical skills will not take you anywhere. Technical skills will get you an interview, just an interview. Okay, you'll put things in a resume, you'll just apply it, you'll get a call for an interview. But what will help you get and keep the job is soft skills. What are these soft skills? Here I have tried to accommodate few of the soft skills. Again, apart from these, there are many soft skills that we need to enhance. Then there's leadership skills, teamwork, grooming, organizational skills, time management, and adaptability. See, we as a students of humanities, we will either be studying humans, listening to humans, talking to humans, studying, right? Humanities. So we need to learn all these skills. What are leadership skills? What is teamwork? So when you are working with other people, when you're working with a group, you need to observe them. See, when there may be things that you feel, I do not possess this quality and I need to develop this. How the other person is handling a conversation, how the other person is handling a group discussion. We learn from them. So we observe and we learn. And let's take a very simple example of James Bond. Okay, just for observing. Everybody must have watched a James Bond movie. We feel fascinated watching it. We feel like, wow, James Bond. How can I be like him? What charisma he holds. I need that charisma. What will you do? You'll go out to a market. You want to feel like James Bond. So either you'll buy a nice suit for yourself, you'll buy a nice jacket, or let's take an example of you'll buy a watch, which will make you feel at least 10% like James Bond, right? What are you doing? You here,
Technically,
you.
technically we are like, because our outfit is like that, but
Uh-huh.
internally we are not like that. We are not able to have those qualities. Sometimes
Right.
we want, sometimes we have to earn.
Yes. So physically, or how will you be like James Bond? You are observing and you're trying to implement those things in yourself. I had a student in my class, and he was, when I asked him to come up and speak, and he was talking in a fluent English with an accent. And I was like, how did you develop this? Where is it coming from? I'm sorry, I'm hearing you for the first time, and this is fabulous. He said, ma'am, I have always watched cricket and I was so fascinated by the commentators and by the interviews that they conduct. I practiced it and so I developed it. So we are taking these qualities just by observing. others and practicing it. So same is for leadership and teamwork qualities. When you are working in a team, you observe other people and you try to take things from them. You try to practice those things in your life. It can be the things that you need, or it can be the things that are like, no, I should not do this. This is really bad. So you learn what to take and what not to take from others. Next is grooming. Wow, who doesn't like to groom? Yeah. And grooming is your behavior and your words are not what says about you. It is also how you present yourself in front of others. That's what makes an impression. And to make an impression, you need to be presentable. Of course, you cannot go shabby. You cannot be just have a shabby look roam around and people be like impressed by you. And I'm not talking about the recent trends, fashion trends. We are talking about being a professional individual in your life. So grooming is equally important. How you dress, how is your hair looking, how is your beard, what about your accessories that you're putting on, what about your shoes, sandals, the color of your dress, the color of your nail paint, lipstick. Everything matters when it comes to grooming. It should be appealing to others and not making you like stand out in a very negative way. So, grooming is one of the soft skills that you need to learn, and you will be doing it through humanities for sure, because you will be observing and meeting lots and lots of people. Then comes organizational skills and time management skills. Here, when I talk about organizational skills, it is not just about planning your task and organizing your things systematically and then doing it. Obviously, it is one of the aspect, but other than that, we also talk about physical organization. Your setup. How is your table looking? How is your room looking? Depends. That will influence your mood. That will influence your emotions, and that will definitely impact your work. If you are well organized, you yourself feel confident. Ki, yeah, I can do it. I am prepared for it, and I'll be doing it in a better way. Time management is also a part of organizational skills. Again, all these things are related, interrelated, linked at multiple levels. So, when I talk about organizational skills, it is physical organization, it is planning, it is time management, it is prioritizing, because students in their lives have faced this problem so many times. All the assignments are scheduled to be submitted in the same week. And students being students, they do not complete things on prior basis, and now in 1 week it is like hodgepodge, what to do, what not to do. So there you can apply these skills and submit your assignments timely. Then there's adaptability. Again, adaptability talks about when you're living in a society, not everyone is similar. Not each and every person is similar. Not your teammates are similar. So, how to behave and how to let's say, build a good bond and relationship with them is adaptability. You need to adapt to multiple things. If you are changing your city, let's say if you are coming from your hometown to Pune for study, you need to adapt to the environment here. You need to adapt to the culture here, and the influence that you have here will totally be different. So, adaptability, it is something that we need desperately in our life. Let it be a new job, a new city for your studying, or new country for your studies. So, adaptability is important. Moving on to the next slide is social skills. Humanities, how can I forget social skills here? It is the ability to interact effectively and harmoniously with others. So, what are these social skills? It is just the communication with others. That's it? No, it is more than that. It is to initiate a conversation. Here, I have not simply taken a conversation, because initiating a conversation is more difficult, which I have come across listening to other people. How do I start? Where do I begin from? This is the first question that comes. To how
And
to
the
initiate.
important thing, why should I?
Why should I, right? Why
Why
should
should
I
I? Why
talk?
not others?
And what if the person doesn't talk back to me? What am I supposed to do? I'll be so embarrassed, right? So even now, the person isn't talking to you. What is there for you to lose? So at least if you initiate a conversation, you may know a person, you may develop a link, a relationship with that person, which will take you to a next level. So you have nothing to lose here. You just have a lot to gain or win in this situation. So conflict resolution, collaboration, respect and politeness, persuasion, negotiation, and assertiveness. While conversation, conversation is so important. Conversation can make a war or make a peace, right, between the countries. So it is important. How to initiate? Let's see how to initiate. You can simply give a genuine compliment to someone. If you really feel that your dress is very beautiful, go and talk. And when you're conversing, make sure it is not a short talk. Like, hey, hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? You tell what's new. Ah, nothing much, and dead end. Why? You gain nothing out of it. So, what to do instead? You can talk about a little personal thing. Let's say, where's your family from? Where do you come from? Or how long have you been in this city? What do you think of this city? Every time you ask this question to a stranger, for sure you'll get a new story. It wouldn't be a similar, nothing much, it's the weather is good. Beyond this, you'll get a new story. So, and that will help you build a better conversation, that will help you link with that person. And once your vibes are matched, you never know where that friendship will take you. So take a chance, initiate a conversation. Then comes conflict resolution. So what is conflict resolution? See, I'll take here an example of literature. Especially the English literature. When we are studying literature, there are multiple scenarios where there is a conflict between the characters. Right? There can be an external conflict or internal conflict. So how the character comes to an end, comes to a conclusion, what is to be done, what is not to do or not
A
to be or
wonderful
not
quote.
to be.
Remember here, Prajakta, to be or not to be,
To
that
be,
is the
yes,
question.
that is the question. Yes, Hamlet, Shakespeare.
Yeah.
So, how do you resolve a conflict? This is something you will learn through humanities. Collaboration. Again, collaboration is teamwork. How to come along with other people, how to adapt yourself according to situation, and then working on respect and politeness. Here, when in humanities you're studying multiple cultures, right? Let it be sociology or other subject. You'll be philosophy. You'll be studying about various cultures. You'll be studying about diversity, and that is something that will make you understand how their culture works and how is my culture. And so automatically you will be developing respect for diversity and respect for other cultures. Persuasion and negotiation. Definitely it is a part of communication, of conversation. How well do you influence others? And assertiveness, how to speak up your point, because in literature I don't think anything is considered to be wrong. It is multiple point of view that we look at a particular scenario, so you cannot say this is right and this is wrong. I'll say this is 6 and you'll say this is 9. I won't be like, no, this is 6.
So again,
You'll,
we remember a quote in Paradise Lost, there is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so.
yes, true, very true, ma'am. So that is when you know that your point is right, you need to stand for your point. You need to be confident. Yeah, this is what it is. And I support my point. And this is something you develop only after practice. And these subjects give you ample of platforms for you to practice these skills. Uh, so when we talk about social skills, it is not that everybody possesses the skills naturally. So it is important to note that social skills can be developed. It is just about practice. It is just about time and your self-awareness. What I need and what am I aware of? Just these things. Moving on to the next topic, that is emotional intelligence. I again had a video here.
Please.
Ma'am, please let me know if the audio is there or not.
It is not audible, ma'am.
It is not audible?
No.
No, it's not audible.
Okay, fine. So we'll just look at the video and I'll explain. So basically, emotional intelligence is understanding your emotions and managing them and channeling them properly. Because not everyone is aware of what they are feeling and why they are feeling so. So if you look at this, there are four aspects of emotional intelligence. So there is self-awareness, self-management. So these are the four things: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. So, self-awareness, you should know what emotion you're feeling right now. Self-management, again, how to manage these emotions. And social awareness, you should know what the other person is feeling about you or about the situation, and accordingly you act about it. And the last one is relationship building. So, how to maintain these relations based on emotion and emotional intelligence. So, when again related to psychology and literature and media, it plays a major role because what are these advertisements doing these days? Again, I'll come back to advertisements. If you see the advertisement from 1990s, let's consider an advertisement of Nirma washing powder. This is our product. You should buy it. It is very good. That's it. What are they doing now? Let's consider an advertisement of Tanishq jewelry. They are showing a bride, they are showing the parents, and then if the situation is very emotional that she's about to get married and all that. What are they doing? That they are touching this aspect of emotions, right? So people will come and people will come and judge you by your emotions, or people will try to understand your emotions and then they'll market accordingly. So, emotions is something that is there in every aspect. It is a human aspect, so if definitely it is there. And one should be emotionally intelligent to understand the scenario, and only then you will have a better understanding of other and you'll have a better relationships with others. Moving on, ethics. What is ethics? What are ethics? So ethics is the knowledge of what is good, what is bad, what is right, and what is wrong, what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. So if you see in a general, uh, ethics is a branch of philosophy. Again, if you start elaborating, there's a lot under ethics. Then there's values, there are principles, there are morals, and whatnot. But basically, ethics is understanding what is good and how should I behave. Let's take an example of your friend named Abhishek. Okay, this person is suffering from depression, and he asked you for a promise. Ki, please don't tell anybody that I am suffering from depression. And then a group of friends come to you and they tell that Abhishek is not joining us for anything. The other day we asked him to hang out and he ditched the plan on time. And we are not so happy with it. So next time onwards, we are not going to invite him for anything. You are now in a dilemma that you know Abhishek is suffering from depression. He doesn't feel like going out. And now these people are telling they will not even invite him elsewhere. So now what will you do? Will you tell others he's suffering from depression and so he doesn't want to go out with others and all and break the promise? Or will you keep the promise and let Abhishek suffer of isolation because nobody's inviting him anywhere? What will you do? What is right thing for you to do? Work for Abhishek's benefits or keep his promise? Again, that is a dilemma. This is what ethics will tell you what is to be done. This is what your principles will tell you what is to be done. So living in a society, we face number of problems. We make number of decisions. As per Google, let me tell you, a person makes almost 33,000 to 35,000 decisions a day. Okay, we take so many decisions. It can be as simple as what to eat, what to wear, what shoes to put on, will it rain or not? And another can be as difficult as should I accept that job? Should I accept that proposal for marriage? Or should I cut that toxic person from my life? These are huge and big, difficult decisions that we make. But based on ethics, morals, and principles, these decisions would be easy for you to make. You will be, again, you will not be thinking it from ethics point of view, but you will also think from a thinking perspective. Critical thinking is coming, perspective thinking coming, okay, channelizing your emotions. So all these skills are again interrelated. Apart from these, there are other skills which I wanted to discuss. For example, managerial skills. Okay, what are managerial skills? Something that you need to manage. And if you know managing things, you do possess a managerial skills. What comes within it? If suppose you are a manager, how will you assign tasks to your team? Right? I just need to get things done, and I saw this person, and I'll give him the task. I'll assign him the task. Is that a proper way? No. You need to see the person's expertise. What is a person good at, and accordingly assign them. So these are managerial skills: knowing your employees and then assigning your task. And communication, planning, organization, systematic working, everything comes under managerial skills. Apart from that, there were skills like personality development. So if you go through all these skills, if you go through all these subjects, definitely your personality will develop. You will know how to stand, how to talk, how to walk. You'll observe others and learn from them. And then research skills. Wow. Why not research skills when you know, when you're learning so much about humans, so much about your topics, and so much about your subjects and other disciplines? So you have an ocean of knowledge, so that will make your research skills more enhanced, and amalgamation of all these skills will definitely make you a future ready person. So towards the end, I would like to discuss about the benefits of studying humanities. So humanities encourage an ability to understand others' perspective. Definitely, nothing is wrong. You just need to see what point of view they are talking about. Then studying text of all kinds, from ancient books and artworks to tweets and TV shows. Okay, we will be studying about these things, and you have various books to study from. You will be studying great thinkers throughout the history of humankind. You'll be studying about Aristotle, you'll be studying about Karl Marx, you'll be studying about Martin Luther King, Jane Austen, and Wordsworth. So much to learn from, so much to gain from. It is not studying, it is reading and exploring, feeling it, imagining it. Okay, so it gives you an opportunity to explore interests and passion. So again, I would like to take my example here. When I was studying, when I was in my graduation, I had the subject of Sanskrit literature. And there I studied about mythology and epics, especially the Ramayana and Mahabharata. And I was fascinated by these epics. I used to read about it, but when I kept on reading, I discovered one thing, that even though Ravana is said to be the demon, enemy, why is he still worshipped in few parts of India or in Lanka? Why do we have devotees of Ravana? So that triggered my mind, and I wanted to explore more. I wanted to learn more about it. And so eventually I land up reading more books from Ravana's point of view. If he is so bad, why is he worshipped? Right? If Kauravas were so bad, why is Karna, being a friend of Kaurava, has a sympathetic point, people look at him with sympathy, empathy. Why? So I explored my interest just because of studying humanities. So it is a great opportunity for everyone. And you will be exploring your interest and passions. So humanities prepare students to be engaged citizens, not just for yourself, but also for the entire society. You will be understanding the core of a core aspect of human life in context of the world around us. You'll be studying about, here is a quote that I have taken from an author, Martha, who wrote in her non-profit, a book, not for profit, why democracy needs humanity. So she said humanity is needed to access historical evidence, to use and think critically about economic principles, to access accounts of social justice, to speak a foreign language, to appreciate the complexities of the major world religion, because religious studies is also a part of humanities. So you'll be studying, you'll be exploring, you'll be reading, and you'll be engulfed in this world of humanities. And I feel that humanities is like this dice. It does have a multiple faces, it does have a multiple subjects. But again, everything is interrelated. And no matter what point of view you are looking at it from, you will get a picture. And if you look at all the aspects, it will be very, very useful to you. So here I conclude my session with a quote that humanity introduces us to people we have never met, places we have never visited, and ideas that may never have crossed our minds. That is the power of humanities. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very wonderful session, Prajakta. Here again, I remind a Hindi couplet: "Jahan na jaye Ravi, wahan jaye Kavi."
Kavi. Yes,
If
yes,
you,
yes.
if you remember an elegy written in country churchyard, the poet is talking about a person's mindset who is dead. What has
Yes.
been the feeling and in the grave? What can be.
Ma'am, your audio is disconnected.
So really wonderful session, Ms. Prajakta. Thank you so much. Really, my students and colleagues are benefited from this wonderful presentation. And again, I request you, whenever you got time, visit us. We'll sit together. We'll discuss many more
Sure, ma'am.
things.
Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
so
much for
much.
giving me this opportunity. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day
dear.
ahead.
Thank you. You too, dear. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.